Greetings, Saber fans. It's your old pal, Megtooth Sith. Whether you're into original trilogy sabers, custom sabers, or you like your saber with a lot of bling in it, neopixel bling,
I'm your man.
I'm in the 501st Legion. Try to put some trooping pictures up there. I'm in the 501st Legion Carolina Garrison PSN 4759. Did my first lightsaber install. That's how I got into this. I built a Kylo Ren costume, a full 501st Legion Kylo Ren costume, and bought my MR lightsaber, actually a Hasbro, and it didn't cut the mustard. It was pink. I did my own install on that lightsaber, and that lightsaber was so respected in the Legion. Everybody that saw it was like, oh my God, how'd you get that thing to look like that? And next thing you know, I'm installing everybody's lightsabers for them. I built a bunch of Carolina Garrison members sabers in North and South Carolina, and then it spread out from there. I've done sabers for Florida Garrison members. I've done sabers for people all over the world, including Hong Kong, Taiwan, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Mexico, and all over the United States, and a couple in Canada, and one even to Spain. So I've shipped my sabers all over the world. I prefer to ship in the United States. Shipping overseas is a bit of a nightmare, but you know, this whole saber building phenomenon has really kind of taken over my life somewhat, and it was an accidental discovery. But I've been installing these sabers. You know, I built this saber, which is an MR conversion, and this is actually Teensy Saber. And I built this saber in 2016 when I was building my costume, and I converted it 3 times the last time with Teensy Saber and neopixels when smoothswing was in its infancy. So I'm one of the first neopixel saber builders that was out there. I'm certainly one of the first saber builders that was out there using open source. I've been using open source soundboards since Teensy Saber v3. I was a beta tester for Proffie 1.5, Proffie 2.2, and most recently a beta tester for Proffie 3.7. I've also helped to beta test all the new operating systems as they were in development, both on the TRA and the new form, the Crucible. So when it comes to open source expertise, when we're talking about proffieboard lightsabers, I'm well qualified to install these sabers. So how my commissions generally work is you and I will discuss on Facebook Messenger which hilt you want installed and what functionality you want in the hilt. Do you want all those blinkies? Do you want a crystal chamber? Do you just want a simple lightsaber that the blade lights up? Once we discuss those things and we decide whether you want swappable batteries, permanently installed battery, whether you want an external recharge port, external switches, crystal chambers, which we'll discuss before you ever ship your hilt to me. Once those discussions are in place, I can work up a proper estimate for how much that lightsaber is going to cost. Generally, my installs are $250 for a non-crystal chamber saber, $300 for a crystal chamber saber. It can be a little bit more advanced on the Mentor chassis, or if you want an OLED display screen, that's of course going to cost more money. The more features you want, the more expensive it gets, because the more time consuming that build becomes. I do work a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs. Saber building is not my first job. If you watch my channel, you can see that I produce about 10 to 12 sabers a year. That's all my time allots me for. Propose your project on my Facebook page by messaging me, or you can email me at tomtilmon, TOMTILMON, @gmail.com, and propose your project, and let's talk about what you want me to build for you. This saber has an OLED display. You can see the Rebel logos there.
This is the weapon of a Jedi.
Displays the next font, and then it goes into back to the battery meter, which is Rebel logos. I can custom do that. I can make the OLED display do custom things while the saber is running. This saber has multiple accents. This is a Goth 3D plastic chassis. This is an example of some of the work that I do on these Graflexes. This lightsaber is deceiving. It's a simple TGS Graphics in a New Hope version, but it's what's on the inside of this one that makes this one rather pricey. So when a lot of people ask, well, I want you to build a Graphics lightsaber, how much it's going to cost? And I can show you one of the most expensive options for you is going to be a chassis like this that goes inside of the Graphics. This is a Goth 3D Mentor V2 full metal chassis with full-on neopixel accents, full-on normal LED accents flashing. It's also got 2 normal LEDs. It's got 3 crystals plus a blade generator, plus it has the stock connector in it. A saber like this can run you over $2,000, as much as $4,000 or $5,000, depending on which metals you get it printed in. Now, with all these blinkies going in the background, let's show you how to reach my Facebook page and YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/Megtooth Sith Sabers. That is my YouTube channel right now. And on the home on my channel, you'll have the featured video, which this is the old introduction video, but we'll have a new one up there soon. I have my proffie and teensy saber tutorial videos where you can actually see me building lightsabers, including live videos where I built customer sabers, and then you can see a lot of my install videos here. I've installed hilts for Corbanth himself. In fact, there's a video here on my channel where I installed a hilt for Corbanth, for Randy Johnson, right here. If Randy trusts me with his sabers, you can too. Now, to get to my Facebook page, you're going to go to Facebook, and you're going to search for Megtooth Sith Sabers. 3 different words, and there I am. You can message me right here and propose your project to me, and we can get it done. My YouTube channel contains tons of playlists on all the sabers that I built. It also has a lot of tutorial videos on how to build a neopixel blade, how to build a KR pixel stick blade, installing sabers, and I've even got this epic long video. This is like 2 hours and 40 minutes long on how to install a lightsaber. So you guys can see my install process, you can see my wiring, you can see my soldering. I don't hide anything. Everything is on YouTube. My costs are $250 for a non-crystal chamber saber, $300 for a crystal chamber saber. You start adding OLED displays and things like that, it's going to make the cost of the saber go up. The more functions and the more features you want on your lightsaber, the more time I have to spend on it, the more expensive it gets. Crossguards are also going to be more than the simple $250 install fee. I'll do crossguards for a $350 install fee because it's like 3 lightsabers in one. That's without a crystal chamber. You start adding crystal chambers, they're going to get more expensive than that. But that kind of gives you a ballpark cost estimate about where we're at. So no matter which hilt you've got, whether you've got a custom KR Sabers flagship or a Corbanth hilt or 7 chambers or KR Sabers hilt you want me to install it, or an MR Sabers you want me to convert, push that message on Facebook and let me know what I can do for you. I can also upgrade your Proffie OS to the latest Proffie OS, add new blade styles, and add new fonts if you don't know how to do that. I can do repairs, but just be forewarned that most repairs end up being a full reinstall. A lot of the stuff that I've seen out there is absolute junk, and I typically try to avoid staying away from Chinese sabers. I don't mess around with Chinese sabers. Don't buy Chinese sabers. Megtooth Sith Sabers. Accept no substitutes.
Thank you everybody for watching as usual. I really appreciate y'all tuning in on my channel. And as always,